Hey, my name is Sean Logan, and I like to make YouTube videos to help wake people up, for lack of better words. I'm over here in the canyon right now. It was really windy. I had to walk like a mile and a half back here to find a place that wasn't super windy so I could do my vlog. So this video is in response to a question I got on my Instagram from Jade. She says, I recently stumbled across your YouTube channel and wanted to know your input on life after death. So here's what I have to say about that. First off, I think that the way people perceive death has been distorted and obscured by religious institutions and governments and highly advanced people that lived on this planet a long time ago that tried to set themselves up as gods or make themselves out to be a quote-unquote god. And they distorted the view of this in order to create fear, because fear is the number one way to control people. To control someone's mind, fear is by far the number one most effective tactic there is. So if you can create fear about what happens to people after they die, you can control them, because you can threaten them with death and then they're afraid of that. So if you study ancient Egypt and ancient Atlantis, this whole idea of being judged and all this stuff, it all traces back to, it's the oldest book that I know of, the Emerald Tablets of Thoth. He was the first one to kind of threaten people with, you know, do what I say or I'm going to judge you. And then that got carried over into the pharaohs of ancient Egypt, because in the Egyptian Book of the Dead, they're talking about how when you die, they're gonna weigh your heart and a feather, and if your heart is heavier, then they're gonna judge you and cast you into this bad place and all this stuff. And that carried along and got plagiarized by the Christians and the Catholics and the Mormons, and this whole idea of going somewhere bad and being judged when you die, it all just originates from people that are on this planet today and people that have been on this planet thousands and thousands, 10,000s of years ago in the past. And it's all just comes around people trying to fearmonger and trying to control people. Now, what I really think happens, and what I think is really happening, is that we are just an immortal conscious being that's incarnating into different bodies. Not only are we incarnating into bodies on this planet, but we're incarnating into bodies on other planets. And I have reason to believe that we might be incarnating into multiple bodies at once, but each analytical mind in each body is experiencing it subjectively. So it's like this illusion that it's all separate by our analytical mind, but our subconscious mind is connected to all of it. So that's what I think happens. I think that the whole you're gonna get judged when you die and all this stuff, and going to hell and all that, I think that's all just bullshit. I think it's all just fear mongering from religions and governments and people that had a god complex that have lived on this planet back in the day. And you can study this all for yourself. You can go and read the ancient Sumerian creation story and the story about how they were dealing with these quote-unquote gods. They called them the Anunnaki, which is Hebrew. It just means those that came from the heavens. So just other people that look just like you and me, that were very highly advanced technologically and more advanced genetically. And when I say genetically, meaning they didn't die at 100 years, they didn't age the way we do. They could stay incarnated into their avatar bodies indefinitely. And they understood the technology of incarnating into other bodies without losing their memory. And that's how they've been able to control people and create all this fear mongering, brainwash people, and you know how the story goes. So that's my take on life after death. I think it should be what's more accurate is life after life after life after life, because we just keep living new experiences incarnated into different bodies and into different dimensions. I think we're multi-dimensional beings that are incarnating into all kinds of different bodies on all kinds of different planets all across this universe and in other dimensions. All right, that's it for now. I gotta go. See you guys later.